Welcome to a tutorial today of the Citadelle Day More Black Ops 6 Zombies Easter egg. Stay tuned. Today we're going to be going over some tip strategies as well as, of course, the main quest steps to get yourself into the Citadelle Day More boss fight. So to start things off, we're just going to progress through the map. We'll see these objective checkpoints that'll lead us to certain doors throughout the map. And following these will get you over, started off to where we can initiate the first steps of the Citadelle Day More Easter egg. So you're going to want to open up the doors, crank the wheel to the cannon, fire it, make your way inside of the castle, and down into the dungeons where you'll find a crate. And on this crate you will see 3 locks. Go ahead and shoot these locks, which will open up a door having a special zombie that you're going to need to go ahead and take out. And once you have him taken out, he's going to drop a blood aetherium crystal. Now take this crystal over to where you just shot the locks off of that box, and then it's going to open up the pack-a-punch machine for you. And once we have the pack-a-punch machine open, we're able to start the Easter egg itself. Head back over by Quick Revive, and right behind it you'll notice a door. Go ahead and interact with that door, and behind it you're going to see Craft. Now this is going to initiate a cutscene. You're able to skip over this if you would like and just run away, or you can stand and talk to him if you would like. So now that we talked to Craft, you'll see a puff of purple smoke appear on the screen, and this means that we can start for the incutation steps. Go ahead and right up in the middle of the castle here in kind of the courtyard, you'll notice these lantern looking deals hanging on the walls, and once you shoot them you'll notice a red beam is going to project off of those, and then go ahead and try to shoot the sides of them until you're able to tilt it to line up with the corresponding lantern. Then once you have this complete, you'll notice a amulet is going to appear from a mannequin head. Alright, and once we have that amulet, go ahead and pick that up, and then we're going to head right outside to initiate the first ritual step. You'll notice a yellow circle is going to appear on the map. Interact with that while you have the amulet, and then it is going to start a soul box. Just go ahead and get kills around the area to feed the box. And once we have enough kills, you'll notice that all the zombies are going to disappear, and there's going to be a box that will spawn in place where that circle originally was. And now we're able to start on the next one. Take this fast travel down by Pack-a-Punch, and right at the end of it, we're going to notice a raven that will be sitting right on the right side ledge. Once we shoot him, he's going to fly out, and then once he's in the sky here, we're just going to need to shoot him until he drops the Raven Talon. So go ahead and pick up that Raven's Talon. And then we're going to make our way down back into the Undercroft, where we will see another yellow circle. Go ahead and interact with this, and this is going to initiate the Raven lock. Alright, and once we get all of our kills, we'll notice that the box is going to spawn in. Alright, right by the dead shot machine, above this door, we'll notice a horseshoe is going to be hanging up. Go ahead and shoot that horseshoe and interact with it to pick it up, and make our way back to the cannon. We're going to go through the cannon, but once we do, when we're in the sky, we're going to notice that we get zapped with lightning. And then in the sky is going to be a storm cloud. Go to where that storm cloud is on the map, and you'll notice some zombies have spawned as well as a horseshoe. And once we have that horseshoe, make our way back into spawn, and we're going to notice another one of the yellow circles will appear on the ground. Go ahead and interact with this, and this will initiate the stag box. Alright, and once we have enough kills, we're going to notice that that box is going to appear. And now we're able to start on the fire. We're going to notice 3 spots where we need 3 Molotovs. First one being right outside of Elemental Pop. The second one is going to be located right next to this, standing up by the cannon. Once we kill these zombies, we're going to have a little bit of spawns, make our way over to the next one after killing them. And right above the castle entrance is going to be another one of these fire mounds. Go ahead and do that, kill the zombies, and make our way to the left a little more. And we're going to notice another one right outside of Melee Macchiato. And once we start all of these on fire, we're going to have a Doppelgas spawn in, but this is going to be separate than the rest of them. Once we kill him, we're going to get another amulet to initiate the fire lockdown. Alright, and as you can see, once we kill him, he is going to drop our next ritual item. And then just make our way as over here and initiate this step and just get a couple more kills and get some souls to fill this box. Alright, and now that it is round 10, we're going to notice these zombies that have a bucket on their head. Go ahead and kill them, and these are going to drop you a stamp. Collect this stamp and make your way to where all the knight statues are, and if you interact with any of them, they're going to drop a bastard sword. Go ahead and pick that up, and then this is how we're going to upgrade the swords. With the stag sword, the one with a kind of a deer on the front of it, we're going to come down into the dungeon here, and one of the zombies is going to have a lightning rod stuck on his hip, and once we kill him, he'll drop that. And once we have that, make our way over by dead shot, and we'll notice another one of the lightning rods. Go ahead and interact with that to pick it up, and then for the next step, we're going to need a shock charge. And once we have that, right over by speed cola, we're going to notice an electric panel, and once we throw the shock charge at that, it's going to drop our final lightning rod. Go ahead and pick that up, and outside of elemental pop here, we'll notice an urn, and once we interact with that with our 3 lightning rods, we'll notice a storm is going to spawn in over top of us. And our job here is to wait inside of the storm, get kills, and then after a moment's time we'll notice that our sword is going to get zapped by lightning. Go ahead and hit that urn, and we'll need to repeat this 2 more times to hit the other 2 rods. And once we hit it for the 3rd time, we'll notice that we can interact with the urn, and our sword is going to go inside of it. And after a moment's time, we're going to get the upgraded lightning sword. And as you can see me doing in some of the other soul box steps, we're going to need to hit the corresponding boxes with the swords intended for them. So the lightning sword is going to be right inside of the spawn here. The fire sword is going to be outside of the castle. And the raven sword is going to be down below, with the lion sword being inside of the room with the swords. And once we have a sword completed, wait around for some more stamps, and we'll pick up the next sword. This one is going to be the raven sword. We'll notice a antiquity is going to spawn in, and there's going to be some corresponding puzzles that we're going to do with this. I'm going to leave a puzzled cracker code sort of deal up on the screen. You're able to see how this code is going to work out. You're going to look for what type of antiquity you have, and then you're going to match it up to the following puzzle cracker. And once we have that done, we'll notice some orbs are going to spawn in, and these orbs are going to we're going to try to funnel them inside of this portal without letting the orbs hit you, otherwise you'll have to repeat this step. So save a zombie and do this step slowly. And once we get the last orb to go in, we'll notice that the portal itself is going to go down back to where that sword spawned it, or where we did that sword puzzle at, and it's going to go into the wall. Once it makes its way down, we'll notice once it gets behind the wall, we'll have a short little cutscene here, and then we will be able to pick up the upgraded Raven Sword once it comes back from the void. Alright, next up is going to be the Dragon Sword. We'll notice this because we'll have the dragon right across the chest plate of the knight. Make our way up to this top staircase of the castle, where we're going to notice a dragon statue. Go ahead and interact with this statue, and it will take our sword. And our step here is going to be, there's 3 little balls of fire pits. We're going to go ahead and interact with these fire pits, and this will set us on fire ourselves. Don't worry though, our job here is now to run back to this dragon statue, but we're going to be getting small ticks of health taken away from this fire effect, but a successful melee on a zombie is going to set you back to full health, so no need to worry about this. In my opinion, this is the easiest sword to get upgraded. So once we get that second one, we're going to come up to the top of the castle near where we did the cannon step, and this is going to be the final, and once we interact with the dragon, we'll notice that it's going to spit some fire on our sword, which is going to give us the upgraded fire dragon sword.
Oh yeah, this is totally me,
Alright, and the final sword is the lion sword here. Once we pick the sword up, we're going to notice that 4 parasites are going to spawn in, except these are different from the regular parasites. They're going to have this glowing effect on them, and once we melee one of these parasites with the bastard sword, we'll notice that our sword will have a glow to it. Take this sword right back by Speed Cola where we hit that little electric panel, and there's going to be a lion door down here. Go ahead and melee that door, and we'll notice a symbol is going to spawn on that. Rinse and repeat this step with the other 3 parasites. And once we have that last parasite done, go ahead and interact with this door, and this is going to knock on the door, letting us inside. We're going to run down to this podium and put in our bastard sword. And once we do this, we'll notice that this podium is going to have some symbols on it. What we're going to do is with a bullet weapon, we're going to shoot these symbols on the wall. They're going to be kind of moving around on you a little bit, as you can see. Not very tricky though. Just shoot the icons in the order that they're in on that panel. And once we complete that, we're going to notice that we will have the lion sword. Alright, and now that we have all of our swords done, we're going to melee this box. Once we have all the boxes meleeed as well, now that we have all of the swords, we're able to move on to the next step of the Citadelle des Morts Easter egg. We're going to come over here to these sitting rooms over by Stamina, and we're going to be looking for 4 torn pages. These pages are going to be hard to find. There's 9 total spawns, but they're all in this room and the hallway outside. But the papers are going to be just ripped papers that will have a red symbol on them. And with Melee Macchiato, we're going to go down here into the Undercroft, and we'll notice these suspicious bricks. Go ahead and melee them, and this will bring us to the next step here. Make our way back up to the bar, and inside of the bar, there's going to be 6 of these little vases around the bars. We're going to go ahead and interact with these, and this will spawn a symbol on the front of them. Now, these vases are also going to have blah blah blah, you know what I'm trying to say. These symbols are going to have nomen room. Okay, I give up. I'm also going to link a little cheat sheet here in case if the Roman numerals aren't making much sense. Got it that time. Took a little pause break. I would recommend going in with a sticky note, because once we shoot these symbols where we just melee the wall, it's going to get kind of fast paced. Each symbol that we shoot, the timer before it starts to cycle back through is going to get a little bit quicker, making it kind of hard. But just go through and go ahead and shoot all of these. Once we do it correctly, we'll notice a red orb is going to spawn from that wall, making its way slightly to the left, and a book is going to appear on this wall. Once we interact with this book, those 4 pages that we picked up are going to spawn in on here. And now what this is it's a trap order sequence. I linked in a picture here to show you the order of it's in. It's just like a regular book, top to bottom, left to right. Go ahead and find these traps symbols around the map. We're going to need to get a certain amount of kills inside of these traps. Just go ahead and kill a bunch of zombies until the trap despawns. We'll know that we did this right. We can confirm that we did this right by running back to the book, and the trap is going to be kind of checked off of the book here. Go ahead, and there's 3 more traps that we're going to need to do. Start them up, get kills, and just complete this step. Alright, and once we did that, we're going to notice some symbols are going to appear on this wall, kind of down the stairs by Stamina. And what this is some more Roman numerals. Alright, so on these swords, it's going to have the Roman numerals with the sword knight icon. Go ahead and use your incutation and then a weapon inspect in front of these knights. And this is going to make the knight kind of contort its arm. You'll notice a glowing a glow coming from the knight, and this is how you know that you have done the step correctly. But as mentioned, the order for how you do these is on that wall. The Roman numerals will tell you the correct corresponding order. Again, incutation, and then a weapon inspect in front of the knight. You don't need to stand in front of the knight for the whole weapon inspect. You can just tap it and run away, as you can see me doing here. And once all of the knights are done, they will shoot into the sky, and this is going to be our mystic orb. Once the orb is back on the ground, go ahead and pick this up, and this is going to bring us to the next step of the Easter egg. With this orb, there's going to be 4 spots around the map, one over down by where we did the Raven. Go ahead and put this orb on the wall and initiate the kind of lockdown sequence. We're going to need to get kills with this type of incutation. So for the Raven example, bring the Raven sword and use the Raven incutations. And then for the Lion sword, up on top of the kind of castle over by Vulture Aid, on the opposite side is going to be another one of these little wall mounts where we can put the orb. Go ahead and put that orb in there, and then we'll notice some green circles are going to spawn on the map inside of this little room. All you have to do is run through these orbs, and then they will send the mini orb right to the mystic orb. There's a lot of orbs. Once we complete this step, we can move on to the next. Alright, go ahead and pick that orb up. We're going to get started on the fire incutation next, making our way outside of the castle. On this wall behind it on the right side, we'll be able to go ahead and place that orb again, getting kills with fire incutation and the fire sword to charge up the orb. Making our way back into spawn. Right by this wall here, we will find the last mount where we need to get kills with lightning. Go ahead and get your kills, charge up the orb, pick it up, and we're going to make our way to the final step of the Easter egg here. Going back to where those wall symbols were, we'll be able to place the orb here once we have all of those incutations to fill it up. Placing the orb and then hitting the interact button will open up this kind of secret wall into the study of the castle. This is going to give us a cutscene once we interact with this. Go ahead and interact here, and this is going to show us the owl himself. He's going to give us a little cutscene. You're able to choose if you want to stay, or you can go ahead and pick up the guardian key. Now here I would recommend getting your perks, your pack-a-punch, grab a mutant injection, self-revive if needed, and then come into the spawn right over by this statue. This is actually going to be the boss himself. So we're going to go over, stand right in front of him, and we're going to place the guardian key, and this is going to start up the boss fight for Citadelle des Morts.
I hope you are prepared for what comes next. I doubt it will be pleasant.
So the Guardian's going to go ahead and wake up here. He's going to hit his hammer on the ground, spawning us into the boss fight itself. Pre-warning for the boss fight, there's 3 stages to this. It's fought kind of like Terminus, how Patient 13 kind of went into an isolation stage where you couldn't cause any damage of him. This is the same kind of thing going on with this fight here. So first stage of the boss fight is fairly easy. The map is going to be open. We're able to run all over. The key to this boss is distance. He's got a hammer, he stomps, it does massive damage. Just try to keep your distance from the boss. As I said, in this first stage, we're just going to be running around. The map is our canvas. We have so much room. Just run around, cause some damage. Once you break the armor plates off of him, you'll notice a glowing effect. Just keep laying into him on these spots here. Once we cause enough damage to him, he's going to go into a lockdown stage where he hits his hammer on the ground. And this is his damage is locked out from this point. No need to keep shooting at him. He's not going to regain health. His health is going to stay the same. It's just kind of a little break in the fight as Terminus was. He's going to spawn some zombies. Go ahead and kill these, and after a moment's time, he's going to spawn back in, and we will be able to get on to step 2 of the boss fight. So here's a little bit different. He's going to be spitting lava at you, and he will jump at you with the hammer. Again, just keep distance, avoid that lava. It's going to be hot, it's going to cause damage. The map, you'll notice, is also starting to shrink a little bit. There's going to be magma on the sides, kind of making it a little bit more enclosed. Just keep causing damage, breaking those armor plates, and you're going to notice that the plates will shatter and there's going to be critical spots. We can go ahead and keep on hitting these spots. Alright, he's going to go into another lockdown stage here. The floor is going to get even smaller, making it just this little podium that we're able to play on for stage 3 of the boss fight. He's going to spawn some more zombies. We're going to go ahead and we're going to kill them. The Amalgam's going to spawn as well. Kill him. And then the boss will come back. And then this stage of the boss fight, he's going to be a lot faster. He's going to be jumping at you still, spitting fire. The floor is smaller. Use your mutant injection if needed on this stage. I would save your mutant injection for the final stage here. But once you kill him, he's going to drop the key itself. And you have now completed the Citadelle des Morts boss fight Easter egg. Congratulations. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like. Leave a comment for any suggestions. This is my first YouTube gaming tutorial. See you guys in the next one.
Quickly, they are breaking down my cell door. Hurry!
Craft, we need to know, what do we do with the amulet?